episode number 5. And I'm here, Eugene, that's me. I'm here with my 5th official guest, Lisa Katnick.
Hi.
And Lisa, why don't you move in way closer? Or what we could do is we could do this.
Why don't I go like this?
Or we could do.
Hey.
Or we could just put it here. Put her there, you know?
Okay.
And then that way, we'll just really be in it to win it.
Hi.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining me here on Open Up and Bleed. And I'm excited that you can do that. So this is a show, it's an interview show where we talk about all the very deep, dark, personal things that you never want to talk about. Did you know that?
No.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so
Great.
you just came back from somewhere, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Where is that?
I came from Chicago.
Do you remember well, just to contextualize for a second, Lisa and I, we worked on a film together with Dan. Dan, why don't you put your face in front of the computer for a second? We made a film together. Yep, oh, there it is. And in this very room.
Yeah, we sure did.
Wow, can you believe that?
I can't believe it. It's been almost a year.
It's
has
been
a
over
year.
a little bit over a year. This
A
is
year.
basically the anniversary. Why
Wow.
it's such a delight to have you both in the room. Dan, anytime you want to chime in, you can definitely.
Your ponytail's gotten really long since.
Oh
then.
yeah, I know, right? It's
Check
so
that out.
long. Wow.
Whoa! It keeps going.
And that's why I'm excited to talk to you. One of the reasons, but so you just came back from Chicago,
Yeah.
and what were you doing there?
Well, I was there for the last Grateful Dead concert,
Mhm.
Shooting an episode of Lisa TV.
Right. What's Lisa TV?
Lisa TV is a web series that Dan and I do for V-Files, where we go and we interview people about their clothes and their style, and it's kind of like outsider fashion, like. So we go to things that are
Like what?
big
Like
with
what?
a lot of the same type of people. So this one was all about deadhead fashion.
Right.
And
Are you a fan of that? Just generally speaking, are you a fan
yeah,
of
yeah,
deadhead fashion?
I fuck with hippie stoner. It's cool.
Mhm.
Can I say F words on
Yeah,
here?
for sure.
Okay.
You say whatever the hell you want.
I just didn't want to.
No, please say it.
Yeah, no, it's of course. I mean, I like everything. So
Yeah, you don't ever find yourself going to a place and being like, well, this is whack.
like
and,
ew.
Like,
Nope,
well,
never.
you don't feel like you're ever there kind of making fun of a style. You always feel like you're there embracing.
Yeah, always embracing.
Always
'Cause,
embracing.
for me, it's like I'm a stylist, so it's all character study. Like I like that there's so
Research.
many different. Well, I like that there's so many different flavors in the world, and like so many people are so committed to a thing. I think that's really cool, like to have a passion. Because I've always just kind of like dipped and dabbed all over the place.
Yeah, does that make you feel weird or insecure that like if you had to commit to one style and one style only, what would it be? Is that an impossible question? Might be an impossible question.
It is.
I guess maybe you're
'Cause
committed to
'cause I'm-
variety.
Because I have different moods.
But don't you feel like
I mean, my mood's always happy, but I like the way that clothes can tell a story. So for me, it's like sometimes I feel like kind of badass, and so I want to
so you wear
something.
leather?
Sometimes I feel like
What do you wear when you feel badass?
usually something like a little bit militant. And then sometimes
Like you grow
I
facial
feel-
hair.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel really soft and like feminine, so I'll wear lace or something. I don't really wear lace. I don't fuck with lace.
I
but-
always see you wearing lace
No, you
on your
don't.
feminine days.
on my light days.
Yeah, on your light bleeding days. Okay, so you're committed to variety and to your moods, but don't you feel like these people, like whether it be at the Grateful Dead show or at the Renaissance Fair or where else have you gone, Spring Break?
Yeah.
They have different moods too.
Yeah, I would say like of the aesthetics of all the shows that we've done, I feel like oh, this is cool.
It's better that way.
Yeah, it's
no
more
echo.
fun.
Yeah, more intimate.
Yeah, we're sharing it.
More intimate.
Of
Yeah, of the aesthetics you've done.
all the shows that we've done, I think like on a personal level, the least, like, I think the style that I would never really, like, get into and wear would probably be the Spring Breakers episode.
Yeah.
Just because it's too much damn neon. But it's
I've
fun
seen
to
you in neon. No?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, but it's fun to see, like, you know, what, like, 18-year-olds in college having their first, like, vacation away from their parents wear. Like, to me, I don't know, I just like it.
Did you, when you did that episode, did you see a lot of illegal behavior?
Probably some underage drinking.
Wow, and you didn't report it?
Nah.
And Dan makes the show with you, right? He shoots it?
Yeah, Dan shoots
And
it.
Dan, you didn't report it either?
I saw nothing illegal.
Dan saw nothing illegal.
I did see some kids smoke pot, and it was in Arizona. It was like Havasu, which is on the Arizona side.
Right.
I don't think it's legal there, but whatever.
Oh, I see.
I'm not going to rat anybody out.
You're no snitch.
I'm a chill dude.
You heard it here first. Lisa Katnick is no snitch, and she's a dude.
On some days.
and she's a dude. What are you drinking? Water. Is it salty water?
Try it. Tell the audience what it tastes like. Isn't that great water? I just got this really
Pure.
crazy.
Pure.
I have this really crazy water filter in my house.
Mhm.
This is gonna be really boring for most
No,
people.
please, because you're a person who's committed to healthy eating, like a sort of moral diet, right? You have a certain morality to your diet, and also, as many people might be aware, this is 2015 in Los Angeles, California. There's a serious water shortage, post-drought thing going on here. So now, and knowing all of that about Lisa, tell us about your water sitch.
I got this water filter, and it has a filter where the water goes through tourmaline and makes it alkaline, and then it goes through coconut husks.
Wow.
To make it taste like,
You got
according to my neighbor, who's really dope, he said it makes it taste like Fiji water.
Wow.
Which, if you want
It's
water
expensive.
if you want water that tastes like Fiji water and you don't want it to travel all the way from Fiji in a plastic bottle in a hot container, this is the way to go. And it's filtered municipal water.
I'll tell you what.
And it tastes great, right? Right?
It tastes good. I mean, I was like, you know, the power of branding, right? It's kind of like you see the label and you have a certain expectation set, and it's
Like you see this label and you expect it to be pink grapefruit
Well,
sparkling lemonade.
I didn't look that close. All I saw was kind of French element, and then I was like, oh, this is some sort of French water. Okay.
Nah, it's just an empty jar I reuse.
I get it. Reuse, recycle, and what's the third one?
Reduce.
Reduce. What does reduce mean? You think?
It means just
reduce your
use
usage?
less. Use less. But it's really hard in this day and age when there's like plastic on all your
I know.
vegetables.
It's insane. Like when I go to the supermarket, I walked into CVS about 9 months ago, and I just said, wow, all this plastic.
So
like,
much.
do you ever think about like this? It's like every single store you go into, everything's in plastic. It's crazy. And then knowing that the plastic only just goes into landfills, like that
I
most
know.
of the time it's not recycled, it blows my mind and makes me feel so horrible. So then now when I go to supermarkets, I don't put any of the vegetables or fruits or anything in. I just put them into my carton or my
Yeah,
crate.
me too. And then
My
when they
little-
bring it up, they're like, ew,
Yeah.
it's wet.
Yeah, exactly. They have like 7 little figs that like, you know, or
They have
got,
to like
they-
all keep in a pile. On
yeah,
the
that
scale.
exactly that. It's like, oh, why didn't you
balance
put this in a bag? Like, oh, exactly. But it's like I don't want to be a part of that.
Or like when you get cilantro and it's just been like misted and they put it on the
Yeah.
thing, it's all wet.
Dill.
in there.
My misted dill.
Your misted dill.
You heard it here first. I have a misted,
Misted dill.
That's what they call me, Mr. Dill.
1, 2, 3.
Mr. Dill. But how do you like? I think it's okay. So a lot of what we've talked about so far.
Has been
No, I think it has to do.
Water,
No, but I think it has to do
fashion.
with like identity too. Like one thing that I grapple with, is like, how do I?
Who am I?
No, I know who I am. I'm a guy. But that's the problem, maybe. I'm a guy. I'm a white guy. Okay. I basically have a pretty good life, even though in a certain way I live in squalor. And how do I reconcile myself with the fact that I'm a white guy?
I don't know.
Well, come on, as a white guy.
From one.
I don't know. Like
one white guy to another.
Like. Okay, you live next to this really pretty good Ethiopian restaurant in a small plaza. All right.
Which we ate at today.
You guys went there?
Yeah. Before we came here.
It's great, right?
It's so good.
It's great, and the people who work there are great, and it's a great deal. Like for that veggie platter, you guys pay $12 or something.
No, it's $9.99, and we both get stuffed. And Dan is
stuffed.
Dan's 6'6",
mm-hmm.
and he.
Dan, will you stand behind us for a second, just to show? I predict that they're not even gonna see his head. Exactly. See, he's so tall, his head is cut off. He has to bend down so much to reveal his face. He can barely do it. Wow. See. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a really good deal, and the people are great that love that restaurant.
Yeah, but so when I went in there with Joan, there was no other white or East Asian person in there. There was people from Ethiopia, Sierra Leone, and Senegal.
Today there was a table of 4 white dudes.
Wow.
And us.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow. Well, I think we went there on a Sunday afternoon, so it was like a post-church crowd. There was a lot of like theological debate, actually, where like there was this very chill guy from Sierra Leone who was just like, having a meal there with a younger female friend of his, or maybe it was a relative. It was unclear. And this pastor guy, who I want to say was Ethiopian, but can't be sure. Well, I think he like indicated a few things, like where he was from and stuff to the other guy. But as he was leaving, he told the guy from Sierra Leone to meet him at the church. Meet him at church. And I'm from Sierra Leone. I was like, I don't believe in. And he's like, what? He's like, I built a church in my hometown when I was a child, and I was the priest. And he was like, you lying to everyone. They got into this big debate because the guy from Sierra Leone was a man of the world, all right? And when you're a man of the world, you see everything, right? You see the inequity. You see how things that people consider to be true are really lies, right? And then the man who has conviction, who has full faith in just one ideological system, like the people who maybe only wear one style of clothing because they're have such a crazy conviction. No, I'm just taking it all over the place. I'm not saying you're the guy from Sierra Leone and a deadhead is the priest. What I'm saying is that really what I'm trying to get it back to is like there's a lot of I don't want to call it conservatism, but there's a lot of like concern for privilege in today's culture. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of concern about like voices and like the right voices being heard.
I think that right now we're in a time where there's a lot of injustice.
Yes.
And it's been swept under the rug for a while.
Long time.
And now it's coming out. And so now with injustice, you need something to compare it to, which is privilege, because you're either privileged or you're not.
Yeah.
And
privilege being something that you're born with in a way, right?
Yeah.
Because you're maybe born into
with the
power culture.
Yeah, I mean, you're born with the right to walk down the street and not be judged by the color of your skin. Being accused of, wrongdoing because of your skin color, or being offered a better job because of your skin color. I mean, I don't know.
Or your gender.
Yeah, or your gender, or your sexuality, or all kinds of stuff. And right now, I think that there's a lot of stuff that is being brought to the forefront that.
No, you're right. I think people are grappling with something now because there is this like there is this ability for people to have a voice now, just because of like the democratization of expression.
People should have a voice.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that the communication used to be so much more tightly controlled by the power structure, right? That basically the official story was the only story, or was the only voice, right? And now there is an opportunity through the internet and through certain modes of communication that are more grassroots for people to be heard.
Yeah.
Cross-culturally,
Yeah, there's a lot of feelings. A lot of people have different perspectives about different things, and there's a lot of feelings about different things. And it's great that everybody can voice their feelings and say what's on their mind and be heard.
Unless that creates a different type of police state. I'll say this. Fashion seems to me to be a beautiful thing because it allows people to purely express themselves if they want to.
Yeah.
I would say, like in most worlds, 90% of people yield to what they're fed, right? So there's a reason why there are huge fashion companies in the world that make generic products or whatever, or the trendy products, and most people sort of buy that because it's easy, right?
Yeah, and it's like what they see other people wearing. But then there's some people that are, what interests me is the counterculture, or just people being, I don't know, I just like when people are into stuff.
Into it. Passion.
Into it.
But do you think most people are into something? Like my mom, she has no hobby.
My mom finds a shirt that fits her well. She's into it. She'll get it in 5 colors.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's a normal shirt. She's not trying to express anything.
But it's comfortable.
But it looks good on her, and she feels good in it, and so she'll get it in 5 colors and call it a day.
So for all of the tweens and teens out there,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I agree with Lisa. For all of our many viewers that we have there, I would agree with Lisa in saying that passion is one of the sexiest things.
And fashion.
That too. I mean, fashion is like
passion and style, and
But having a passion for something, when
Yeah.
you know that someone is really deep into something and they have a knowledge and they have a love for it, it's sexy.
And not everybody wants to express themselves visually. There are people that express themselves through their paintings or through music or just through their focus on accounting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But for me, for Lisa TV at least, it's going to events where people get to have a bond with one another over what their passion is. And so they're dressing for their peers as well as themselves.
But they're, for instance, at the concert, right, the passion is really the music, right? And then, all these other things are sort of byproducts of that community, right?
I don't know. Yeah,
the drugs and the clothes. That's all comes out of the origin seed there, right? Is the music of the Grateful Dead, correct?
I mean, yes and no. Just from talking to people, I found that there's a deeper bond than just liking the music. It's more like a community of people being supportive of one another, being nice to each other. Every single person that we met there was so incredibly nice, and so here, have a gift for me. You know what I mean? Everybody was just really giving. I mean, it felt like a real true hippie spirit.
Love fest. People
were also really trying to get tickets, but
you guys had some in advance, or because you're pressed, you guys got pressed?
No. We happened to go on Friday night because my sister and my brother-in-law got tickets, and they didn't end up. They weren't able to come out to Chicago, so we got their Friday night ticket, and then my brother-in-law surprised his mom and came out. And Sunday night we just dropped acid and sat on the steps with all the deadheads, and that was really the spirit. That was the most fun part.
'Tis the spirit of the season.
Sorry, Mom.
Don't worry, this is no one's watching this except for your family and close nuclear family and friends.
But that was actually I felt like going into the concert was fun, but Sunday was the best day because that's when
that was outside of the show.
Yeah, that's when we did all the interviews, and we met all kinds of nice people, and then we just hung out, and there was a huge fireworks display above us that was really incredible, all the cardboard and flames.
Because it was on July 4th or something?
No, this was on July 5th. It was just the last show,
right.
So they were really going ham.
Yeah.
And all the cardboard and the flames were falling on us.
Dan, you have something? Come on in here.
Come and say something.
Yeah.
It was like that scene out of Apocalypse Now.
Right.
Exactly. And everything was falling on. It was crazy.
Flares.
Yeah.
Who's in charge here? The spirit of Jerry Garcia.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I would have to say I'm glad that we went full throttle and really experienced the Grateful Dead show.
Well, one thing that I can say about you and Dan, Lise, is that I feel like you guys always go full throttle. You don't ever hold back, and that's why I admire you guys. You guys have passion.
Passion.
Well, it's hard, you know. Like sometimes Joan and I will be going places, you know, and we'll be in like real hater mode. We'll like be in a spot and be like totally judgy and cynical and kind of outside looking in energy. And then when afterwards we talk about it and we reflect on the fact that that wasn't cool and we're not happy that that was our vibe. But like, it's hard sometimes to just sort of like embrace a reality when you don't feel completely inside of it. And
listen, sometimes I have some real eye roll moments. Not when I'm doing the show.
I think when you're doing the show, that gives you a sort of platform to have to embrace things in a way that's good.
Yeah, and it's fun because we want to show everybody in the best light. But you know, sometimes on a day-to-day, like if I'm stuck at the mall working, I get like in hater mode.
Because you work at the pretzel factory at the mall?
No, because I have to shop for a living.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But no, I mean, I think it's okay every once in a while.
Isn't that a board game for children? Like literally, the game is like, oh, shopping. Like, ew. When I grow up, I love to shop for a living. And literally, you're living the dream of a 7-year-old girl.
I know, and I gotta tell all those 7-year-old
yeah,
girls.
tell them.
Shopping for a living fucking sucks.
No, come on.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, of course you must have some sort of frustrations on a bureaucratic level, on a creative level, but at the end of the day...
It's fun sometimes, and sometimes you're like just shopping for like normal stuff.
Yeah. Well, right. A lot of times you can't be fully creative. You can't be like this independent voice crafting something because they just need like normal shit, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes for me too,
Dan,
like doing styling stuff or shopping, I always prefer to go to the costume house because first of all, you have an amazing archive of decades worth of clothes. But second of all, I feel like we're in a society where we're so wasteful and we just shop. We shop.
So we drop.
We shop. We use it for 5 seconds. We throw it away, or we send it to who knows where. And it's like constantly new things are being made, and we constantly have to buy them. And we're tired of them. We have to buy more stuff. And I just like to recycle.
Recently, let me just get a tangent here. Recently, the tyrant Donald Trump, the billionaire who's a media and business mogul, said a bunch of disparaging remarks about Mexican immigrants. Yet, as has been revealed, and he often rails against China as our mortal enemy, yet it's plain to see that if you look at any of the Trump collection clothing, it is made in Mexico and China by the very same people that he espouses to hate and he says they want to destroy America. Yet in his business enterprise, which seemingly is based in America, all of the labor comes from these people who he despises. Does that not seem like a cosmic irony? That man's toupee brings shame upon all bald and balding males, I would say.
All I'm going to say is I'm going to get real close to the camera and do a major one of these.
The eye rolls that we discussed. I don't think I know how to do that. Did I just do it?
Yeah, almost. You got to just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're almost there. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know how to do it.
There.
I got one. Thank you.
You got one. Yeah.
I mean, the world is full of hypocrites.
All I gotta say is that dude sucks.
But so do a lot of people.
Yeah.
See, that's that haterade that you could throw out there. If
I know. I just took a sip.
Yeah, take a sip of huge man's haterade. No, but I mean, it's hard to reconcile morality with the world that has so much experience. Like you know what I mean? Like we have a certain, there's certain preconceived romantic notions of morals, okay? Or even like stories, right? Like there's a story called like Soulmates, right? Like people believe in this idea of soulmates, right? And I think it comes from a place that's really makes sense where it comes from. You live at a time when you meet very few people, and in your life, right? Let's say 500 years ago, and if you meet one person in your entire life out of the 300 people you've met in your little hamlet, and you meet one person that you really understand, that really gets you, that you communicate with, you have great chemistry with them, I mean, that's your soulmate. It's incredibly important. But if you meet 300 people a year, or every 6 months, it might not be weird to meet 2 people a year that you really understand.
I feel like.
Tell me your thoughts on that.
Okay.
This isn't my first time saying this on this show.
Okay, here are my thoughts. This is a continuous discussion.
Please.
I feel like it's okay to have multiple soulmates, and I think that some of them are the person that you maybe fall in love with and maybe start a family with. But I think that it's okay to have soulmates that are strictly platonic too, that are, you know, like that maybe there isn't a sexual desire for. You just have a really deep rooted connection, and you get each other on like a whole different level. And so I think because we do meet so many people in our lives in modern days, I think that there's the chance.
Yeah.
More than one soulmate.
Right, but what if you had a sexual attraction or intimate connection with multiple people in your life?
Well, I mean, I think most people have sexual attractions to multiple people in their life anyway.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. In this day and age, the idea of a unique soulmate, and I think you're saying this too, and it's slightly, you're saying the same thing, is maybe bullshit.
And also, like, now, like, people are stimulated so much, like, in so many different ways, like, like, we have so much stuff that we can research, and we can change our minds, and we can, you know, I feel like everybody's growing into different people a lot faster than they probably did in the past, because it's like, you know, back in the day, it's like, I'm a tailor and I'm going to be a tailor my whole life. But now it's like, I was a musician and now I work in accounting, and now I'm bored with that, so now I'm going to like be a gardener. You know, like, we can switch careers.
Do you think you will end up switching careers at some? Do you foresee that?
I see it, yeah, I mean, I see like, definitely there's going to be some sort of,
I don't mean it in like a psychic way. I just mean, do you feel like you have the desire to do that down the line?
Yeah, I think so. I think that, I think that there's a lot of things that I've always wanted to do in my life, and I don't see why I should like stick to one.
Yeah. But I guess money comes to mind as like a reason, something that makes things difficult, right? Like in an ideal world, we'd say, oh, well, I'm kind of growing tired, or I realize I don't like this thing that's giving me money, so let me just drop it and do some other thing that could give me money. But like, I mean, I think one of the major illusions, right, okay, that people have had in the last 15 years, maybe 10 years, and maybe I've fallen under this illusion too, is like, it's so much easier to publicly express yourself now and then get feedback for that expression just through social media, that I think a lot of people consider themselves artists or to be artistic, when maybe it's not really a skill or a knack they have for. Like in the old times, you had to really work. If you wanted to express yourself in a way that you'd get sort of feedback on, you'd have to earn that. You'd have to work for it really hard. And that way, that kind of like is sort of Darwinian in a way, right? It roots out people maybe who don't, and you might not believe this, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, maybe don't have talent, or don't have vision, or don't, I'm not even talking about hard work or stick-to-itiveness, I'm just talking about like ability, you know? And like now I feel like everyone, there's this democratization, which on the one hand is great, because people have voices, and on the other hand is like feeds a sort of delusion. Everyone feels like sort of entitled to have a lot of attention. And I just don't feel like most people deserve it. I mean, I think there's a lot of like really, I want to say the role of the real artist, right, is forward thinking.
You're sounding like a snob.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
no, that's fine. If that's your opinion, that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
No, but I mean, I think that there is that. I think that I feel like people just want approval really quickly. I definitely agree with that, and I also think like our particular generation, I've heard from older generations, are were particularly entitled
Yeah.
to having these like, like a 25-year-old is now a creative director of a major company, and it's because of why? Because they've had really like, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, maybe.
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm trying to say is that we want things really quickly, really fast. We're like
We're used to instant gratification.
We're bright shining stars that burn out quickly.
Yeah, I think
in a sense.
People point to like a whole bunch of things for that, right? Like the idea of like really positive parenting or something like that, or like getting acclimated to an environment that you get constant like feedback, likes and hearts and whatever retweets and shit like that. I would say, going back a little bit, that we all evolve faster now. Like, I would say probably 15 years ago, the distance between someone who was born, let's say, in 1995 versus someone who was born in 1990, someone who was born, let's say, 1985 versus someone who was born in 1980, it's not that huge.
No.
But the difference between someone born in 1995 versus someone born in 1990 is probably really big. And the difference between someone born in 2005 versus someone born in 2000 is insane. Like the difference between someone born in 2005 and someone born in 2003 is insane, probably now.
Yeah.
The generation gap, which used to be like a 20-year thing, I think is now like a 2-year thing. Like I probably understand people ages 20 and over, but people who are like in their teens, I feel like have a mode of operating and of communicating. I don't mean just like they communicate through their phones. I mean like what they're used to in terms of verbal, real life communication is probably partly inaccessible to me.
I feel pretty lucky because I have a really cool 14-year-old brother.
You are
so
lucky,
I get to keep like one.
What are his interests?
I get to keep one finger on the pulse.
Does he play video games?
No,
Okay.
He's into music and he's into musical theater and he's
What kind of music does he have? Musical theater type music or
no, he likes Pink Floyd and
rock?
he likes rock.
He doesn't like
likes,
EDM.
And he's actually like getting into like what did my dad say he's listening to lately? Not Buddy Holly, but like he's been going into like he's been getting into like 50s kind of crooner like.
So your brother is countercultural. In a way, he doesn't represent the conventional 14-year-old.
Yeah, my dad's really conservative. Well, he's a pretty conservative surfer dude, but like still really conservative.
Conservative surfer dude.
And he got stuck with like 3 weirdo kids.
Because your sister is a weirdo.
Yeah, she's a hippie. She's a deadhead. That's how we got into this.
She lives in San Francisco.
Close to, yeah. And and then there's me.
You're normal. Who do you love more, your brother or your sister?
I'm not gonna answer that. I love them both.
You love them both equally, or there actually is an answer to that question?
Well, I've known my sister longer, but my little brother's really fun to watch right now, and
so there's a system of checks and balances.
Yeah, I mean they're both equal. I love them both for different reasons.
Do you love your family more or Dan?
Sorry, Dan, cover your ears. But I love my family. But I love Dan too because he is my family.
Did you ever think of maybe getting a little bit closer to Dan by swapping blood, a blood pact? Because you and your family share blood.
Oh, true.
That might be doing it for you.
I don't know, Dan. Should we talk about this later?
You guys can talk about it on air. It's a blood pact. It's very simple. You just cut open the hands.
When I was in
Don't point it at me when you're talking.
When I was in first or second grade, my girlfriends and we wanted to be blood brothers, and we asked our teacher if we could do it, and our teacher said no because we could wake up one day and die. Because it was right in the beginning of the AIDS scare. So, well,
we've dealt with that now, so.
But that's stuck in my head not to become blood brothers with anybody.
I understand. And duly noted.
But she didn't say it was because of AIDS. She just said like
Right.
maybe the blood's the wrong kind of blood or something weird like that.
Yeah.
But we were really bummed because we had a needle and everything. We were about to do it.
Oh wow, really? You guys were gonna like intravenously become blood brothers, not in an old-fashioned way, in a very scientific, medical way.
And the sad thing is, I can't remember my friends' names now.
Yeah, but if you had swapped blood with them, you probably would.
Yeah, probably.
Just for this more intimate part of the show, I'm gonna get closer. So Lisa, when you're at home and no one's around,
Yeah.
what do you do that you don't want people to know about? Like, what do you do in the privacy of your own existence that makes you, do you do anything that you feel guilty about later or that makes you like ashamed?
I do a lot of stuff, like I sleep.
Yeah,
When I
sleep,
feel-
sure.
When I feel like I should be doing something and I'm stressed out about it, sometimes I'll just go to bed.
That'll be your way of dealing with the anxiety, right?
Yeah. And I just got...
Middle of the day, ever do that in the middle of the day?
Yeah. Oh, and what I do at home by myself a lot is I have a karaoke machine, and I just sing like 50 songs by myself.
I would say that probably, I don't believe in therapy or psychology or whatever, but I would say a psychologist would probably say that's good.
It's a great release.
Singing is great, but they would probably also say that sleeping, less good.
Yeah, probably. And I also just got a stripper pole, so I've been
Wow. Really?
YouTubing,
Yes.
like kind of tutorials.
So you've been recording yourself giving stripper tutorials and putting them up on YouTube. Is that correct?
No.
Um,
No, I've just been like practicing.
No, Dan, are you aware that Lisa has a stripper pole in your guys' home?
It's hard to miss.
Yeah, he lives there too, so he knows about it.
Yeah, right. So Dan, have you ever, when Lisa's not around, have you ever found yourself drawn to the stripper pole?
I haven't been home.
You haven't been home like that.
No.
No, I installed it while he was on vacation.
Right. So I don't want to say I'm planting seeds of ideas in your mind, but
But I'm expecting some photos.
yeah. Lisa and I, we want photos.
We want videos of you.
I want a YouTube tutorial by Dan.
Dan hasn't even tried it yet, have you?
Have you shown him what you can do?
A little bit.
Hmm.
I'm not that good.
Are you gonna have like public shows?
I don't know. I think I got it more to have
Exercise.
Well, I have this game planned that I want to have people over and play. It's called Karaoke.
Okay.
And
Wow.
And it's teams.
That's
so
cool.
one person sings a karaoke song and the other person
Nice.
has to do a pole dance to
Damn,
it.
that's a great game. You invented that.
I invented it.
Wow.
I haven't played it yet.
That's a really.
Fun!
I think that was like every show has to have at least one gem of just something that will change the world. And then we've done it 4 shows in a row, and now it's number 5.
Karaoke.
Wow.
So
Jesus. I
You
mean,
guys
I
wanna
could
come
see
over?
that being hugely popular around the country.
I'll kick the cats out and clean, and Joan can come over.
She's really good at karaoke singing. It's Cher, and I'm so good at stripping. So we will definitely do this. We can be your first friendly competitors, if you will.
Great.
Well, I
Well,
remember.
then I was thinking, you know how there's always somebody who doesn't want to participate? They could be on a panel of judges, and they could have scorecards.
Something for
Make it
everyone.
competitive.
Make it judgy. Get those cynical, non-competitor, judgy people types. Judge!
Hey, let's have some fun.
I mean, who is the most successful product of American Idol, if not Simon Cowell? It wasn't the idols, it was the judges.
The judges.
So
Nobody watches the singers.
unless it's a train wreck. People love it when there's a train wreck. What would you say your favorite humor style is? Goofy?
I like puns.
Give us, any pun on your mind? Like, you have to kind of be in a situation for a pun, right?
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I'm really putting you on air or something. Whatever. That doesn't make sense. That's not really a pun. Do you like broadcast humor? Whatever, I don't know.
Look, I'm laughing. Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Do you like stupid things said by a dumb guy? Guys. Wow. I really, hey guys, do you guys
What's
know
your favorite sensitive
type of humor?
Yeah.
I like
slapstick too. I like goofy.
Physical is very impressive to me. It's very rare these days. I just went to go see Inside Out with Joan. I highly recommend it.
I've been hearing good things.
It's really good, and it's one of the better Pixar movies. I really enjoyed it, and it has a lot of clever, like conceptual stuff as they should, but also has a lot of good like slapstick and like physical humor. And I feel like cartoons, kids' cartoons have always done that.
Yeah.
But nowadays in our culture, where people aren't trained as acrobats, and people didn't grow up in vaudeville, very few comedians have a physical comedy to them now. Almost all the slapstick we get comes from cartoons. And I was like, this is fine. Like, I love going. Like, we watch Paddington Bear, Box Trolls. No hate. Box Trolls, Paddington Bear, Inside Out.
Yeah.
3 of my favorite things of the last year.
Great.
Recommend.
Okay, I'll go check it
The
out.
SpongeBob movie was horrible. Don't see that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Don't see it.
You know what I really want to see?
Tell me.
San Andreas.
Wow. Because you love The Rock.
Exactly.
You love. Well, he's very
I love
lovable.
The Rock.
Here, this is a forum for you to talk about The Rock for a second.
I love The Rock.
That's all you need to say.
First of all.
Okay. Go on.
He loves his wife.
What's his wife's name?
I don't know, but he's always...
He knows her name, definitely.
Yeah, he knows it. But he's always so nice about her. It's very endearing. He's so...
What sort of things does he say?
The shape of his head is really unique.
Hexagon?
It's unique and attractive.
Okay. Dan, are you hearing this?
Yeah, he
knows your infatuation with that.
I just like him. He just seems like so lovable.
Do you ever ask Dan when you guys are getting intimate?
If him and The Rock would spit roast me?
No, you dirty, dirty girl. No, I was thinking, do you ever ask Dan to say, do you smell what Dan is cooking?
No.
That's a classic Rock expression.
Oh.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Do you remember that, Dan? It is a wrestling thing.
Oh yeah, I like him. I like him post wrestling.
Do you know what his real name is?
Dwayne Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, of course I know it. I love him. Did you see that movie where he's like a meathead?
Yes.
And he has to steal stuff.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, that movie was great.
I thought that movie was so disturbing. It's called Pain and Gain.
Oh yeah.
The movie is obsessed with torture. You remember this whole long torture thing? And I think it treats. I love a movie that's funny in a way where the characters are oblivious.
Yeah.
That's a certain type of humor.
Oh, yeah, I was really stoned when I watched it.
You were stoned. You probably added a lot of positivity that wasn't there. That movie is so hateful.
Oh.
I couldn't enjoy it. I enjoy,
I could enjoy it because I was at an iPic with my old neighbor.
What's an iPic?
iPic is a movie theater where you sit in Lazy Boys and waiters serve you food and you can drink alcohol.
Great. Can I recommend something?
And I watched it with my my old neighbor who used to work there. I think he still works there.
At iPic.
Yeah. We saw Pain and Gain. So it was fun. Because it was free. Because we got to do it for free.
Yeah, and you were high, you're on a couch. I feel you.
Yeah,
no, hey, look, we can disagree about movies. I think Pain and Gain is evil garbage. I love Marky Mark. I enjoy The Rock. But it has a real negative energy.
Okay, who would you rather, Marky Mark or The Rock?
Rather what? Hang out with or fuck?
You know.
Probably Rock, because I think he would be more sensitive. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I know stories, sex stories of Marky Mark, and he's not. I don't think he's a good lover.
How do you know sex stories of Marky
Okay,
Mark?
well, I listened to I listened to the Boogie Nights commentary when I was a teen, like all the commentaries.
Oh.
And in one of them, Marky Mark tells a story about how he was with a chick in Las Vegas, and he like his penis was erect, and he put it in the wrong way, or she gyrated the wrong way, and he basically broke his dick.
Oh,
okay,
that sucks.
while it was hard. But I think it was because he wasn't like paying. You don't break your dick if you're an attentive lover. You break your dick if you're like fucked up and just doing like weird shit, or you know.
I've broken a few dicks.
You broke a few. Well, what happened to his dick was it was straight up broken, and the next morning when he woke up, it was black.
Oh God!
And then,
it's never been like
and
that.
then 3 days later, it was like brown, and then it was purple,
Oh,
and
it
then
went through all the bruise
it
colors.
went through all the bruise colors.
And then yellow and splotchy, yellow and
I don't know.
tan.
Like he said, when it started getting back to like pinkish, he literally had a party to celebrate
I would
the
celebrate
return
that.
of his dick.
I would celebrate.
I don't think Rock has a story like that. I think Rock's story is like, I broke my wife's threshold for orgasms. I gave her 10 because I am so loving.
Yeah, that is The Rock.
That's the only thing he breaks in the bedroom.
That's The Rock. He breaks his world records for most
Orgasms given.
God, he's beautiful.
I don't think I like that much muscle though. You
I
like
think
all
that's-
that muscle?
I think that's why I like him, is because I'm not typically attracted to muscle.
Yeah.
But for him, but it's like the opposite of what I usually like. So to me, he's like beautiful movie star fantasy.
Do you practice fitness and exercise? People love yoga, Soul Cycle. They love to lift weights. They love to run. They have gym memberships. What do you think about all that?
Well, I just got a pole. That's hard. That shit is so hard. The first day I tried it, I like couldn't lift. I couldn't lift myself.
Your body, yeah.
Off.
Lift off.
Look.
But now do we have lift off?
But so then I was like watching this YouTube thing of like how to do this kind of like aerobics version of the pole, and like the next day there were like muscles in my rib cage that were sore, and like muscles in each of my fingers from holding onto the pole.
Right, sore fingers. Wow, that's good.
All over my
sore
arms,
means it's growing.
Yeah,
it means the muscles are burning.
I go through waves. Sometimes I'll get in an exercise kick, and then I won't exercise for like a year. But lately I've been like into hiking and pole.
Two
pole
great
aerobics.
Classic exercises.
And I like yoga.
Hiking and pole.
Oh, and you know what the best is Pilates on a reformer, because like you can do it hungover because you're just laying down.
What's a reformer?
It's like one of those like things that people lay on with ropes.
The rope is built into this mat. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like a weird like box bed thing that moves. I don't know.
You have a lot of cats.
Yeah, 4.
What is going to be the maximum number of cats?
4. I'm at my max.
You'll never have more? This is probably what we should do.
Oh yeah. I probably won't have more because it's illegal.
It's illegal to have more than 4 cats in a household?
It's illegal to have more than 3.
So you're basically
breaking the law.
Yeah, admitting to a felony on air, which is great. Another good milestone.
Also, like 4 cats eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
And so it's
how much money do you think you spend on cat food a month? $100 or more?
More.
$200?
Well, I don't like to feed them junk food, so I get them kind of
fancy.
And also like for a while, one of my cats was getting really fat, so I was feeding him dry food, and it's not good for their livers, so I switched to wet food. This is like so boring, but anyway, he lost a ton of weight, and so now I just feed them all wet food, and that gets expensive. But they're all healthy.
This isn't boring, Lisa. Any advice?
I love animals.
Any advice for people out there thinking of getting a cat? Their first one?
Just know that it's a commitment. If you can't commit, I don't know.
Cats are a commitment? I feel like they're like one of the least maintenance ones, or no?
They're so easy to take care of. They're not difficult. You don't have to take them for walks. There's nothing weird like that. But some people get cats and then they're like, I don't want a cat anymore. And then they give it to the...
That's fucked up. Yeah.
And then they give it to the pound and then they get...
Cat's dead.
They get killed. So Also, get your cats fixed because there's a huge kitten problem.
You ever see a cat bone?
I've heard it.
What does it sound like? Give us a little impression. What is it? Like, a lot of times I hear cats out in the world and they sound like baby children. Like
Yeah,
baby
that's because they're
humans.
probably having sex.
That's the sex noise. Their sex noise it sounds like a child.
Yeah. You gotta get your cats fixed. You gotta love them. You gotta
What would you say to someone saying, "Oh, Lisa, like you're so full of knowledge. You have so many cats. I'd love to get a cat because I want my cat to be so cute and adorable that I make money off of my cat on YouTube videos." Is that possible?
I mean, I think it's been done, but
No, right.
I don't think that's a reason to get cats.
Why don't you do that with your cats?
Because they're just like my little friends. I don't need to make money off of them.
So you refuse to make money off your cats?
No, I mean, if somebody wanted to give me money because my cats are cute, fuck yeah. But it's not the motive. I have my cats because 3 of them are from the streets and they needed a home, and I love them.
What about that 4th one?
The 4th one was also a rescue, but like not living on the streets.
Could you ever see yourself adopting a child in that fashion?
Possibly.
A street urchin, they call them.
I don't know. I mean, that's
We have a serious homelessness problem in this city and in America.
Yeah.
On the way,
it's doubled in Los Angeles in the last 2 years. Isn't that crazy?
It's insane. Well, if I had no home, this would probably be the best city to live in, temperature, climate-wise. But I was just driving here, and I passed through an underpass, and in
an encampment?
In the last year, yeah, there's literally just been like an encampment, and it grows every month.
Yeah.
And there's like, and it's a very short underpass. It's probably 30 feet long, and there's at least 15 tents.
I think they've been trying to go around and clean them out, which sucks for the people because it's like you don't have anything.
They just don't clean it out unless you can give them a home.
Yeah, I think I've listened to some stuff, some interviews. Like I think KPCC was doing some good interviews with some homeless people. And they were saying that, like, you know, at the shelters, it's segregated boy-girl, and some of them, like, all they have is their partner, all they have is their pet, and that's all they have to hang on to, and so they don't want to be separated. They've lost everything except for the one person that they love. So they choose not to go into shelters. But I feel like
there's very few shelters in LA, too. There's very few out here. I think there's only, like a few thousand beds or less, maybe.
And also, a lot of the times, I think people get their stuff stolen from them when they're sleeping there. So there's a lot of fear for going into the shelters. I'm sure it works great for some people, and for some people it's not the right thing. So it's hard to find like a proper solution. You know, there's a lot of details involved.
Well, I'm glad that we can discuss the issues here and Open Up and Bleed.
I didn't know we were going to go so deep and political.
Of course. No, yeah, this show is a political show.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, what were you going to bring? You're going to bring flow charts? You were going to bring statistical?
No, I just like, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I would say, you know, we share the airwaves with a KCRW, Art LeBeau.
I love Art LeBeau.
I know, I love him. I'm back on K-Day, as you know.
Goodness.
90 years old, 90 years young.
Is he 90?
90.
Damn.
He's been broadcasting since the 50s.
I love
Maybe
him.
even the 40s. He's a positive force in this city, don't you think? Lise, thanks for coming on. I want to give you an opportunity to, if you want to share any last thoughts, anything you're excited to be working on soon, anything that has been going through your mind. This is your forum, one moment for you.
Oh, God.
Do you want to do a shout out, a dedication?
I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Mindy. It's her birthday.
Woo! How old is she?
I don't know.
Are you going to celebrate with her?
Yeah.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to go to her birthday after this.
Oh, cool. Birthday party event?
Yeah. A thingy.
I guess I probably was invited to another friend.
No, you can probably come. No, it's you can come.
I
It's
mean,
casual.
I like her, but you
You can come. It's casual.
know. Joan's birthday was Sunday.
What?
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to Joan.
You guys were in Chicago. We went to Joshua Tree, a place that I know you guys like.
I'd like to give a shout out to Joshua Tree.
Hell yeah. And Pappy and Harriet's.
Love to give a shout out to Pappy and Harriet.
Lisa Katnick, thank you for coming on Open Up and Bleed. Eric Felix is next with Strip Mall. And thank you to all the official 0 viewers on our broadcast for tuning in. And Dan, thanks for coming. Your presence here was delightful. And Lisa.
Is that really how many viewers?
Yeah. That's true. That's a good statistic.
What's the point?
No, this will live on in
kidding.
infamy. Tune in next week for another rousing discussion and a deeply confessional moment with my guest next week. Open Up and Bleed. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, stop broadcast.